So it was quite an eventful day today for the first practice at Mid-Ohio for IndyCar. There was a lot of stuff that happened today, not the least of which is a new driver, Ryan Norman, in the 52 car. That I'll get to in a minute, but first up, I want to talk about the results for the practice. So leading the session fastest by quite a bit was Joseph Newgarden at a 107.2524. And he was fastest by 2.5 tenths over Paddable Ward in second with a 107.505. Third, Jack Harvey at a 107.584. And then Alexander Rossi in fourth with a 107.7245. Fifth, Graham Rahal with a 107.7561. And sixth, Roman Grosjean with a 107.7589. Now, there was quite a train of guys in the 107.7s, actually all the way from Alexander Rossi in fourth to Alex Palou in ninth. So getting into some other drivers that I want to look at this session. First of all, 22nd, Ryan Norman at a 108.8122. Now, obviously 22nd doesn't sound great, but he was actually faster than Dalton Kellett, Santino Ferrucci, Takuma Sato, and Jimmy Johnson. So pretty successful day for Dalton Kellett in terms of his first IndyCar race weekend. The other things I want to talk about. First of all, Felix Rosenqvist coming back from a terrible crash at Detroit. He was 13th with a 108.0625. And also coming back from injury, Rinus VK in 18th at a 108.2367. So there were a couple of other interesting things that happened this practice. This is going to be more of the spins and saves and some other interesting things that happened. First up, Colton Herta coming into Thunder Valley had gotten wide on the exit of the corner way out on the curb, and when he got on the throttle, he had a little bit of a loose rear end, and the car went off into the grass. Now, the wall there is quite close and comes in at an angle, and according to Paul Tracy and Lee Diffie, generally, if you go off there, you're going to hit the wall in some capacity. But Colton somehow managed to avoid all of the protruding walls and keep the car in one piece. Now, a couple of minutes later, a little bit less of a save for Felix Rosenqvist, who coming out of turn number 1 had a similar incident, got loose on the exit, and the car snapped around on him. He didn't hit anything, and he just got off track a little bit, but the car got stuck and they had to bring out a red flag for him. And lastly, Takuma Sato, who went off in the last sector and broke his wing. It looked like coming into the corner he had locked up his right front brake and just kind of went straight off. And there wasn't much you could do after that. The grass, especially when you're going off like that, isn't very grippy. And basically, unless you can stop the car, you're going to hit the wall. And grass is not the easiest thing to brake on. But yeah, so that was really all it was in terms of the session action. But right near the end of the session, there was a couple of cars coming in for the day because of rain, or at least threats of rain in the area. I'll put up a video, I think, here, but it was quite cloudy. Like, looked pretty overcast, looked like it might storm at some point. And just after the session ended and all the cars came into the pits, it started pouring. So IndyCar got it in just in time for there to be no rain at the end of practice. So we just barely got in all 45 minutes, and that was about it for the session. So today's takeaways. Looks like Penskes are fast again. Obviously, Newgarden was up there. Ward was obviously fast. Rossi looks like he's fast. So it looks like we've got quite an interesting week in terms of racing and competition. Though, what else can you expect? It's IndyCar. But yeah, that's really all I have. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I'll have a video about everything that happens tomorrow coming out after the day's over then. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I'll see you all then. Bye.